welcome to this week's edition of the Las Vegas Advisor Weekly Update with Anthony and Andrew. Today is Wednesday, April 13th, and another week, another big announcement. Huh, Anthony?
Yes, in Las Vegas, we have them all the time. You know, actually, this didn't happen this week. This announcement we're going to talk about happened a couple weeks ago. But we've had so many other things, like, you know, the Palms opening, and everyone seemed to be really interested in that.
We had a lot of comments about the Palms, and people from near and far are very excited about the opening of this casino.
Excited. That's what we kept reading.
Yeah.
But this is a big deal, too. There's been another announcement of another mega resort. You know, I mean, the mega resorts keep coming. This one's being referred to as the Oakview Arena.
Okay.
And it's going to be supposedly, I mean, the specs on this are it's going to be a $3 billion resort that is going to include, part of that is going to be a $1 billion, 20,000 seat arena with a specific goal of attracting an NBA franchise.
Okay. So they're going to build it to attract the franchise. If you build it, they will come.
Well, I'm not sure of the strategy here. All I know is that the group that's doing it, they're called Oakview. That's the Oakview Group. That's their business. They build arenas for professional sports teams, a couple of big, NHL hockey teams and so forth. So they seem to, have the inside track and know. And this might be something pointing to the reality that, okay, we've got the Raiders football team, we've got the Golden Knights NHL, there's talk about a Major League Baseball team, and now maybe an NBA franchise is next.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that's really cool. And this arena is going to be built south.
Yeah, this one's going to be,
Strip.
That's what's interesting is everything that's been going on has been going North Strip lately.
Yeah.
Right? All the new news is about North Strip. This is way South Strip. In fact, it's even south of the Strip.
Right.
For people who know Las Vegas, it's located basically in the area where the Silverton is now.
Right.
And that's where they want to build this thing.
So you got three major casinos there. You got the M, you got South Point, and you got the Silverton.
Right. That's those three little casinos, not little, those three casinos out that area are kind of in an area unto themselves.
Right.
So this would be the fourth if they're going to do it. Far south, you could call it far south end of the Strip, or you could call it, even south of the Strip.
Well, and these casinos we talk about a lot because they cater to the locals here in Vegas because they're a little bit south. They're more off the St. Rose Parkway area.
Yes, it's another, they cater to a couple of groups. They get people coming in and maybe going out who have been in Vegas and say, okay, one last try, sort of thing. Of course, Prim is the main thing for that. They get to Prim and they're like, all right, here's my real last try before I travel back into California. But these also are places that people, on their way in, they'll go, well, let's stop at M, or let's stop at Silverton, or let's stop at South Point. We talk about South Point all the time, and it's a great casino way there in that area.
That's funny because it sounds like me before I lived in Vegas, I would stop at the South and I go, okay, one last try. And I'd lose, and then I'd go to Prim and I go, okay, this is my real last try.
One last try. I know. But that's the Vegas motto, credo for a lot of people, one last try.
Yeah, exactly. So, Anthony, this is another sports arena. How many arenas do you think Vegas can handle?
It's beginning to be a question. Yeah. Obviously we've got Allegiant Stadium for the Raiders. We've got T-Mobile, which does, obviously the nights and all kinds of concerts and things like that. But there's more. You've got MGM Grand Garden. You've got the Orleans, where, the college teams come to play basketball. We've got the Sphere being built, which is not going to be probably for sporting events, but, concerts and things like that. We've got the supposed all-net arena that they want to build. And they're talking about a Major League Baseball stadium. So, who knows? Vegas is going to become the sports town of the United States if they build all these places. Everyone wants to keep coming here, and I guess the capacity, it warrants it.
Yeah, well, and I'm certainly looking forward to the growth and the development and reporting on it.
Fun stuff. I'd like to see a baseball game. Baseball games are cheap. You go out there and eat a hot dog and have a beer, and you're out in, 4 hours these days? It's 5 hours for baseball? I don't know. But we'll see. We'll just watch and see if these things come through. We don't know if AllNet's going to make it. We don't know if this thing's going to be built, the Oakview Arena, but we'll see.
$3 billion. We'll keep you posted. And in other news, the Lucky Club is going Latino.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
The owners of the Lucky Club have said specifically this is going to be a dedicated Latino gaming venue.
Right.
I'm not sure what that means. They play the same games we play, but I guess it's going to be the music. I guess it's going to be, maybe they're going to theme the restaurants.
So where is it?
It's in North Las Vegas, and it's really, you can see it if you go down I-15 and you go past downtown heading north. You go past it and it's on the right-hand side, on the way to the Speedway. In fact, this particular the place, the Lucky Club, used to be called the Speedway.
Oh, wow.
When it originally opened, it was a casino and hotel called Speedway. Changed it to Lucky Club, so it's way out, but it's always been a pretty cool place. I like to go there. They've got a really cool bar with good price drinks. They've got a restaurant with really good deals. Okay. They've had some good gaming specials. So I'm looking forward to it.
And some sad news already. The Dionne Warwick venue that we talked about this a few weeks ago. We were all excited.
Yeah, I guess we don't pick entertainment so good, huh? I mean, we all thought this was going to be a big deal. This was going to be an ongoing cool thing. We were going to check it out. We were going to do a show on it.
Yeah.
And it ran for 3 weeks, and it has closed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's really a bummer because Dionne Warwick is I believe 80 years old. Is that right?
80 something, yeah. I believe so.
And we wanted to see her, so.
Well, her song "Walk On By." I guess too many walked on by. But, there are, as always happens when the thing closes fast. There's all these rumors and excuses. All right, so one of them is that there was a big dispute over lighting or something, which seems a little odd.
Yeah.
Second is that she was in a little bit difficult health, that she had fallen, and she was having a little bit of hard time on stage. But I mean, from things I've seen, it looks like the show just didn't catch on. I just don't think they were getting the crowd counts they needed to run it.
Right. So you definitely don't think it was a lighting issue.
I don't think it was a lighting issue. I think it was a light crowd issue. I think that was probably the problem, which is too bad. I would have loved to have seen Dionne Warwick, but see if she pops up somewhere else.
I hope so. We hope to see her at maybe a different venue. Yeah, so this is a funny one. Last week, Anthony mentioned the copper keg and the awesome Bloody Mary that he gets with asparagus in there. And what happened, Anthony?
What happened is that all of the bartenders at the bars I go to who watch us started giving me crap about what about me?
Yeah.
They all want their shout out.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you don't like my Bloody Mary, Anthony.
I got it one after the next. It's like, what about me? Yeah. Right? So I said, all right. And I promised. I said, okay, we'll do something. So we're going to do something. We're going to pick one this week.
All right. What you got? What you got this week?
We're talking about Mangoes.
Okay.
We're talking about a bar called Mangoes. It's out on Rainbow Boulevard on the west side of town. And particularly, it's not just Mangoes, it's Kim the bartender.
Okay, Kim at Mangoes.
At Mangoes, usually day shift.
Okay.
And Kim is a Hawaiian girl with a great sense of humor. A little bit on the off-color side.
Okay,
she likes
cool.
To make,
we like that.
She likes to make jokes.
Okay.
All right, slot club cards, in and out, this kind of business.
Okay.
And Kim's like, what about me? Kim's great. Kim, this one's for you. Kim is great. And Mangoes is a great bar.
Okay, so I haven't been. What can I expect when I go to Mangoes? What am I going to get?
Well, the cool thing about Mangoes is it's we like these bars where the bartenders are fun and they've got some sort of a gaming promotion.
Okay.
And there's a good one here. It's play 100, get 20.
Okay,
so
that's
you
good.
Don't have to lose 100. You just play the 100, and you get a $20 bonus once you've gone through $100 of play. And they do it every day.
Okay.
They do it every single
7
day.
days a week.
Yeah. So all you do is you go get a club card, you put it in, you play your 100. After you play 100, it pops up $20 more. Even if you're winning, you get $20 more. If you're losing, you get $20 to help bring you back. So Mangoes is a cool bar, cool bartender in Kim.
And you got a great place to go get a little free play bonus.
And there's your shout out.
Okay. And there's your shout out, Kim, and Mangoes. I'm going to go check it out. Do they serve food at Mangoes?
Mangoes, they use, there's a Roberto's taco shop there. So when you want food, they get food from Roberto's. So it's not a typical bar where they've got bar food and all of that, but you don't need it. Go have a couple drinks. And if you want good tacos, great tacos, Roberto is really good.
Roberto is really good, and it's 24 hours.
Yep.
Okay. So there's a strong play for 24-hour tacos and beer and gaming promotion.
And dirty jokes from Kim.
Thanks, Kim. All right, so here's another follow-up from last week's show. We talked about how you could prevent yourself from hitting accidentally the Bet the Max button.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of comments. The one you liked?
The one that I liked was someone said, if it's never happened to you, you just haven't played that much.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the truth.
And it is the truth. Yeah. I mean, it's funny that a lot of people I talk to offline, off the show, said, yeah, man, boy, that brought back some painful memories.
Yeah.
And so we had another comment. Somebody said, great idea about the ashtray. Does it have to be a dirty one? we had a picture of an ashtray with cigarettes in it and ashes.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes folks, we're a little bit rushed for time. And I think, we could say, sure, we wanted it to be a dirty ashtray because nobody's going to stick their hand into a dirty ashtray.
Right.
But that's not the idea. The idea was to put a clean ashtray. But then a veteran bartender says that was a great idea. But here's a better idea. Use a rock glass or a rocks glass, I guess is what they call them. Yeah. And, which is the small glass. It goes right over the button. You put it over the top. And it's amazing how many people this resonated with. I mean, so many people commented and said, oh, my God, I hate when I do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, it happens to me all the time.
Yeah, so it shouldn't.
Yeah.
And I mean, you either use a clean ashtray or use a rock glass. Is it rock or rocks?
I think it's a rocks glass.
Rock glass because they put rocks on the rocks, right? So you ask the bartender, give me a rock glass or a rocks glass, and you put it over the button, and you won't hit the max bet.
Right. One for me, one for the machine.
That's right. Yeah. Drink one, play one.
Yeah.
That's that.
And here we have Jackpot of the Week. It comes from Matthew. He says, hey, LVA, I wanted to share my wife's video poker hit. On our last trip, just before heading to the airport, we both decided to play at Mega Bar at Circa. I was hitting well and having a great time. I kept trying to explain to my wife about 4 aces and a kicker, and she's used to playing jacks or better. She switched out, and about 15 minutes in, she hits 2,000 quarters.
Yeah, so there you go. So now we've got a new double-double fan, right?
Great, yeah.
And, I mean, people just love double-double, right? Because you can get the high payoffs.
That's right. You get $500.
Yeah, without hitting a royale, right? I mean, you like it, right?
I love it, yeah.
The only problem with it is that the double-double game, usually, because people like it so much, you got to pay a premium in your expected return. Double-double game does not pay as much as usually the bonus poker game, the regular bonus poker. In this case, we have a 8-5 double-double. It's a 96.79% return. Mm-hmm. But notice up in the right-hand corner, the return for the Royal Flush is not the regular 1,000. It's
right.
1,100. Usually it'll say 4,000 coins, which on the quarter is 1,000. But this one has a dollar amount, 1,199. Mm-hmm. All right. So what that does, that small amount, that slightly, $199 bonus, raises the return by 0.4%.
Okay.
It's taking this one to 97.2%. Okay. So you got to look at all the returns at all different ways, and this one, it wasn't too bad at 97.2. So why the 1,199?
Well, I know the reason why, because we reported it on this show. 1,200 or more is taxable by the state.
Correct. So that's why they put it. They want to give you a little bit of a bonus. They put 1,199 because that way, if you hit it, you don't have to fill out a W-2G. And it's not what they call a taxable, and you're able to walk with that money. Now, of course, you're supposed to report it. That's up to whoever, whatever you do. But you don't have to fill out the government information.
Yeah. So there you have it. Great hit. Congratulations. And for people who want to know where they can send us their hits so we can advertise them on the show, it's right here. We would love to show your big jackpots.
Yeah, and you know what? They don't have to be the big ones. It's like this one was. This wasn't a Royal Flush. This was 500. Mm-hmm. And speaking of those that aren't that big, what'd you do over the weekend?
I got a Royal Flush, my very first Royal Flush, and it was tricky because it was I was playing deuces, and I got Royal Flush without deuces.
That's hard to do. That's harder to do because you're usually keeping deuces. Well, you're always keeping deuces when you get them.
Yeah.
Right. So that's harder to do, and you got it. But he was playing nickels.
I was playing nickels, and I was playing spin poker, so I only got it on one of the lines. Okay. But I got it. It was a $200 hit, and I was playing 5 cents.
Congratulations! And I noticed you're wearing your Joe's Dash hat again.
That's right. I've been wearing this Joe's Dash hat because it has been protecting my face from the sun, the Vegas sun.
And Joe's Dash, one of our books, right up here.
Over here, Joe's Dash.
Want to read a thriller? That's a good one. Yeah, it's action-packed, and Joe Dorsey is the guy who came up with the current method for casinos to collect markers.
All right. So if you try to jump out and not pay your marker,
Joe's coming.
Joe's coming. That's it for this week. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and we'll see you next week.